Deprioritize the fretboard. Let go of the parrot mindset. I am convinced that about 90% of electric guitar players who really aspire to become, kind of masters of the fretboard, or not even maybe masters, but like really fluent improvisers, let's say, are still thinking their musical ingredients in terms of fret numbers, in terms of shapes, boxes, like go to fret 14, go to fret 7 on the second string, and so on and so forth. So by doing this, by having this mentality, for example, every time that you've learned a solo from your favorite guitar players, do you do it in one position only, in the position that you've learned it? Or do you sit down and take the time to figure out how to play the same solo, but in different positions all across the fretboard? Let's look at something that I have prepared for you to showcase exactly how powerful it is to think about music instead of thinking about frets. I have prepared the solo of Comfortably Numb, the first solo by David Gilmour, and I am showing you each little phrase of the solo played across different positions on the fretboard, not even positions, different ways on the fretboard, different variations. Yeah. So each phrase played in different variations, in different octaves, in different ways. Let's check it out. Okay, so this was the first phrase. Yeah. Before we go into the second phrase, before we go into showing you the second phrase of the solo, doing the exact same thing, I want to really highlight here the fact that every little variation that you hear me playing, that you watch me playing, I have not memorized it. I have not learned it by heart. I am creating every single variation as I am running through the workout. How? How is that possible? Well, it's simple. As I said earlier, I'm not thinking about the fret numbers. I'm not thinking about the positions, the boxes. I know the notes of the solo that I'm playing. I know very well what notes I am playing at any time, or even better, what chord tones I'm targeting, but let's not get there. The intervals and the chord tones, but let's not get there. And all I do is like, I find the same notes in a different location and a different location all the time. So I basically, instead of saying, okay, let's learn the solo here and let's repeat it here on the same place to the point that it becomes 100% muscle memory and I don't even realize what I'm doing anymore. I'm just like copying fingerings, copying fret numbers. No, none of that. This is the parrot mindset. This is what is keeping you from really mastering the fretboard, from really becoming a fluent improviser. So basically, every time that you learn a new phrase, a new solo, sit down and decode the notes, understand what notes you're playing, and then figure out each phrase in different positions by not memorizing every pattern that you're playing, but simply by knowing what notes you're playing and copying those notes, transferring those notes in different locations on the fretboard. by creating what you play every time. No need to memorize hundreds or thousands of different things. All you need to do is to know the notes so that you can create everything on the fly. Okay, let's now check out the second phrase. And there are some additional tips that check out my writings. I'm gonna be sharing some words, some texts on the video, some graphics to help you with additional tips here. Let's do this. What I am really doing with this workout is I am helping you to fight the parrot mindset. The parrot mindset is one of the biggest enemies of pretty much every electric guitar player who is on a path to trying to grow as a musician. The parrot mindset is what stands between being a guitar player and transforming into a musician. It's one of the key things that you need to fight and get rid of, the parrot mindset. Okay? I won't really spend more time to explain what the parrot mindset is. I think you have a pretty good idea by now what the parrot mindset is, because I'm showing you with a hands-on approach, using a solo that you probably heard a million times, using phrases that you probably have played, but in one specific area, by not really understanding what notes you're playing. Now, one thing that is important to mention here before we go to the third phrase, because I'm going to go through all the phrases of the solo in this video. One important key thing to mention here is that by doing this, you're not only like enforcing this musical way of thinking, this musical approach, instead of a limiting geometrical box-based, tablature-based, fingering-based approach. You're not only doing that, but you're also developing new devices, new improvisational recipes that you can use in your playing real time. Because think about it, you're playing a solo and you're around here, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm hearing this lick in my head, but this lick is like all the way here. So what should I do? Should I keep jumping from one position to the fretboard to the other to just play the licks that I know? Well, no, you don't need to become like a monkey who is jumping from tree to tree, pointless. You can just play your licks, the licks that you know, in the position that you are, in the area that you are, and your phrasing, your playing will sound much more coherent, as opposed to just jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping to locate the place that you know where to play the lick. What I mean, to make it really clear, is that, okay, I've learned lick 1 here. I've learned lick 3 here. I've learned lick 4 here. And when you're improvising, you are trying to force your way into the area of the fretboard that you know lick 1, because you want to play lick 1. Does that sound relatable? Don't worry, I've been there and I fought my way out of there. I practiced my way out of there. Okay, so you can do it too. All you need to do is simple but not easy. You need to learn your licks, your phrases, your lines in different areas of the fretboard by staying accurate to the notes of the phrase and to the timing, of course, of the phrase, as I explained in phrase 2. Anyway, enough said. Let's go and check out phrase 3. Very, very signature phrase of David Gilmour. Let's go. A tiny little detail that really kind of changes the whole world when it comes to mapping the fretboard is that sometimes you want to be playing your phrases in this kind of manner, like a vertical, like on one position, and sometimes you want to be playing your phrases mostly on a horizontal, like playing the same exact notes but moving on one string left or right instead of going this way. I'm doing a bit of that with the last phrase, the fourth phrase of Comfortably Numb. So check it out and let's see if this whole workout will really, really reinforce your entire relationship with the fretboard, because I'm pretty sure it will. Now, my friends, this is one of the key things that professional guitar players know how to do really well. Okay, this is a massive, massive, not only workout, but an overall shift of mindset here that we are talking about. Yeah, think about it this way. Our instrument is pretty damn hard and tricky to actually visualize and see music clearly, see notes. Yeah, it's a kind of a tricky instrument. It's not like the piano where everything is on one straight line and just music theory becomes so accessible. Here, it's like almost as if having 6 different pianos. And it's tricky. It's a tricky instrument. So nobody can blame you for falling back into relying into like tablatures and diagrams and mindless repetition of the same old pattern without really decoding it and understanding it. Nobody can blame you. The instrument is hard, but it's not as hard as you might think. Okay. Most people tend to fall back into the trap of approaching music purely through tabs and purely through the parrot mindset because they want to access stuff quickly without going through the hassle of understanding, without going through the hassle of, going too deep. Just show me this lick and that's it. Yeah, that worked when you were a beginner. That worked when we were beginners because we wanted to play. We wanted to go through the tedious, boring state where we couldn't even put our fingers on the instrument. We wanted to go through that as fast as possible. But now you've been through that. It's been years that you've been through that. Some of you even decades. So this is a beginner mindset. The parrot mindset was there to serve you and to help you when you were a beginner. Yes, it was a really nice thing to do back then. But as an intermediate, as an advanced, I even teach professionals who are still in the parrot mindset. And they realize, how much of an important mindset shift it is to go through that. Now, if you really want to break out of the limitations that you've been facing for years or decades, the way to go is to do whatever it takes to break through the parrot mindset. The parrot mindset will not serve you anymore. Okay? And this is exactly what the purpose of this workout is. Yeah? You don't need to do this workout only for Comfortably Numb. You can literally pick any solo, any melodic line that you love and do it for every single solo, phrase, riff, line that you love. That's the beauty of this workout. It can apply anywhere, in any style of music, in any key, and so on and so forth. All other musicians really understand music on a cognitive level when they reach an advanced state. Why should we be stuck in boxes and tablatures and fingerings and not even know what notes we are playing? Come on. We need to go way beyond that, yeah? Okay, 2 things before we call it a day. Or 3 things, actually. First, like and subscribe. Okay? Help me grow my channel if you believe that this channel deserves more attention. And if you believe that this channel can actually reach and help more people. Like and subscribe. Number 2, a few months ago, I created a video where I took again the solo of Comfortably Numb and I turned it into what we call in the guitarist language a chord melody, to showcase the beauty of chord melody. Yeah, check it out. You can go to that video and go through it. I'm sure you will find some great stuff in there. If you like this one, then you will like that one too. And the third one is I am running an online global guitar academy, which is called Modern Guitar Liberation. If you want to reach out and talk about what it looks like to be in my guitar academy and to be in our community, in our inner circle, then there's a link. There's some links in the description below. There's all the possible ways that you can contact me in the description of this video. Okay, I hope that this video was able to help you and to really, really reveal the areas that you need to work on if your intention is to become a liberated improviser, a well-rounded musician. Okay, thank you so much. My name is Konstantin and greetings from Indonesia.